Monster to the announcers.
Penn Jersey Roller Derby would like to thank their sponsors, HBM Marketing Communications. Proficiency in working with today's evolving dynamic media and a synergistic understanding of business-to-business, consumer, and healthcare marketing are just the starting points of what HB&M has to offer their clients. Visit their website at hbmadv.com. They're located at 520 South Front Street in Philadelphia, 19147. PJRD would also like to thank Gino's Steaks. Try their steak Milano. Cheesesteak with fried tomatoes and oregano. Open 24/7. Located at 1219 South 9th Street in Philadelphia. Penn Jersey would also like to thank Gray Lodge Pub. Great beer, great food, and great people in the great Northeast. Located at 6235 Frankfort Avenue, Philadelphia. Penn Jersey would also like to thank 808 Roller Skate. 808 Roller Skating is an independent skate shop owned and operated by Hijinks of Jersey Boys Roller Derby and Team Fenland Men's Roller Derby. 808 Roller Skate has been in business since 2010, serving local and national skaters in person and via their website. Visit today at www.808rollerskate.com. We'd like to remind everyone that there are concessions and merchandise over here by the announcer's table. Chips, snacks, candy, soda, water, ice cream, sunglasses, t-shirts, stickers, all sorts of stuff for both PJRD's She Devils and the Hooligans. Pick some stuff up today. Test. Test.
Test, test. Check, 1, 2, check, check.
And now it's time for introductions for our Bridgetown Menace. We've got 101 Freak Style, 103, Loose Wheel. 17, Austin. 216, Juke Blocks Hero. Number 31, Ramrod. Number 33, Scott Free. Number 404, Backslash. Number 5, El Dorado. Number 512, Cosmo Damage. Number 56, Jensen. Number 69, Don Juan the Deviescape. Number 82, Munster. Number 85, Shreddy Mercury. Number 99, Defensive Destroyer. Those are your Bridgetown Menace.
And introducing your Philadelphia Hooligans, we have number 0, Grosso. Number 16, Speed Tree. Number 1911, Beast. Number 215, Wingle. 23 is B, Nito. Number 245, Zombicidal Maniac. Number 25, Uncle Dad. Number 302, Pappy Two Skates. Number 4 is Nurse Ratchet. Number 608, Ham Solo. Number 8, Yosemite Slam. Number 899, General So Fine. Number 9, T-Ice. And number 90, Betty Switch. Those are your Philadelphia Hooligans.
Just as a reminder, once the game has started, there are porta potties right outside the venue doors. Please use those. Thank you. Less than 30 seconds left to start. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Sunday morning? Well, that's pretty good.
You can do better
it is
than
Sunday
that.
morning.
We got 8 seconds to gameplay. Looks like we have Beast lining up in the line for Philadelphia Hooligans. And Beast gets lead jammer for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
Munster being held back by the Hooligans line.
Beast is coming up to the pack. Philadelphia Hooligans still holding the Portland Jammer. Beast being brought back by number 99 from Portland. Beast calls off the jam with 4 points on the board for the Philadelphia Hooligans. Next up, we got Uncle Dad lining up for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
And Shreddy Mercury for Bridgetown. Looks like T-Ice went out for a penalty towards the end of that last jam, meaning that Bridgetown is up 4-3 on the line. And Shreddy Mercury gets lead jammer. Shreddy Mercury gets 5 points and a pass.
Uncle Dad finally breaks out for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
And Shreddy calls it, picking up 2 more points in the process. 9-0 jam for Bridgetown.
We got number 0, John Grasso, lining up for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
And Don Juan from Bridgetown. Yosemite Slam out for a multiplayer. Don Juan getting a blocking with the head penalty and heading to the box, meaning Grasso has a power jam.
Got Speed Tree coming up with a good O for John Grasso. John Grasso breaks out of the pack. John Grasso getting sent to the box for a track cut.
Nurse Raj going out on a low block call. Don Juan picking up 5 more points, coming back around.
John Grasso back into the pack. Philadelphians are full strength with their jammers.
And the jam reaches its end. Looks like that was a 15-3 jam for Bridgetown.
You got number 1911, Beast, lining up for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
And Munster for Bridgetown. Munster going off on a forearm call, meaning this is Beast's power jam, and he gets
Speed Tree with a great assist to Beast. Beast breaking out of the pack. Number 512 for Portland being called on an elbow. Philadelphia is on the power jam. Beast breaking through for another 4 points on.
Two of Bridgetown skaters sent to the box, meaning 2-4 pack advantage for the Hooligans.
Beast getting knocked hard on the inside. That last jam was a 10-0 jam for your Philadelphia Hooligans. Got Uncle Dad lining up for the Philadelphia Hooligans in the jammer position. Philadelphia is down 2 blockers.
Shreddy Mercury out and getting lead jammer.
Uncle Dad breaks out of the pack.
And Shreddy Mercury calls it, picking up 2 points in the process. 3 points. That's a 3-0 jam for Bridgetown. Next up on the line is Don Juan and General SoFi. Don Juan getting sent off on a cutting call. General SoFi's power jam.
We got 215 Jason Wingle getting set out. General SoFi getting sent to the box for a track cut.
Don Juan coming back into the middle of the pack, taking that inside line and finishing his initial.
And Don Juan, the Devastator, getting sent to the box again for a track cut.
General SoFi picking up 5 points.
Jason Wingle getting sent to the box for a forearm call.
General SoFi taking that inside line, picking up another 5 points.
General SoFi, he's a spicy little dude.
Ten to 3 jam for your Hooligans.
Next up, we got John Grasso lining up with a power jam, power start. Both blockers at full strength. John Grasso breaks through. He is your lead jammer. John Grasso gets through for 5 points.
Don Juan narrowly avoiding just about every blocker out on the pack, getting out of the initial. And Grosso calls it off. Timeout called by the Hooligans. That last jam was a shutdown, 7-0 for your Hooligans. If you're in the mood for some chips or chocolate or ice cream or maybe some awesome She Devils or Hooligans merch, why not head on by the announcer stand where the merch and concession stands are.
You got Shredding Mercury starting off with a power jam for Portland. Hooligans down one blocker. Shredding Mercury makes it out for lead jammer.
Zombie taking Shredding Mercury right to the outside, getting recycled. Shredding Mercury with a hop and picking up 5 points.
And Johnny Grosso out of the box, makes it through the pack for his initial pass.
And Shreddy calls it after picking up 2 points. 7-0 jam for Bridgetown.
Got 1-9-1-1 Beast lining up for the Philadelphia Hooligans. And Munster lining up for Portland.
Still a pretty tight game for just about 12 minutes down on the clock. 36-34 for Bridgetown. And Beast gets sent off for a cutting penalty. Munster taking the outside line and getting lead jammered.
Got a great wall of Nurse Ratchet and T-Ice.
Munster able to fight his way out of that 2-wall, getting 5 points.
Beast is back out of the box, hitting that back wall.
And Beast gets sent off on another cutting call. Speed Tree and Wengel doing a fantastic 2-wall. But Munster's able to slide around it. 4 points with a no pass, no penalty for that particular pass.
Speed Tree with a great hit on the inside. Munster calls it off.
11-0 for Bridgetown on that jam. Next up, we have Uncle Dad and Shreddy Mercury.
Portland doing a great job of holding Uncle Dad back. Shreddy Mercury makes it through the pack for a 5-point pass. Uncle Dad makes it through the pack.
Shreddy calls it for the 0 points for both of them for that particular pass. 10-0 for that jam for Bridgetown.
We got John Grasso lining up against El Dorado for Portland. Yanni Grasso getting sent to the box for a track cut.
Which means that this is El Dorado's power jam. The pack strings out. El Dorado gets knocked to the outside and recycled back. Nurse Ratchet gets set out on a cutting penalty. And the forward hooligan line got too far out. Lead jam was called, and lead jammer called it.
Got number 8-2 for Portland. Munster lining up for a power start. And Portland with the great O getting their jammer out front. John Grasso's out of the pack. Makes it through for his initial pass. And Monster calls off the jam, but not before John Grasso gets 1 point. Making that score 3-1 for Bridgetown. You got Beast lining up for the Philadelphia Hooligans against Shreddy Mercury.
Shreddy Mercury making his way out, getting lead jammer.
Beast doing his best to make his way through that Portland pack. Shreddy Mercury makes it through for a 5-point jam. Nurse Ratchet getting sent to the box.
I believe he was sent out on what was multiplayer call. Shreddy picking up his 4 points and calling it. Currently sitting at 69 for Bridgetown, 35 for the Hooligans.
Next up, we got Betty Ann Switch going against Freak Style for Portland. Betty Ann Switch getting sent to the box on a track cut.
Hooligans 3-wall, making Freakstyle work for it. Sending him to the inside and then bringing him back around. Taking him again to the inside and taking him back around. Freakstyle finally makes his way out, getting lead jammer.
Portland's got Nurse Ratchet stuck in the back there, using him as goat. Freak Style calls it off.
Bridgetown picking up 2 points in that jam.
We got Monster lining up for Portland and this power jam. Betty Ann Switch comes out of the box hard, hitting that Portland wall.
Munster going off on a forearm call, which means this is Betty Switch's power jam.
Betty Ann Switch still working to make it through that pack for her initial pass. Betty Ann Switch does a star high, gets through. She's on her initial pass, but not lead jammer. We will be going for the full 2 minutes on this jam.
Switch getting knocked to the inside by Jensen. Comes back around. And the jam is called. We got an official review called by the Hooligans.
That last jam was 4-2 jam in favor of the Hooligans.
Reminder for all spectators that Penn Jersey Roller Derby is having their world-famous Derby queue on Sunday, September 4th. 2 co-ed sign-up scrimmages separated into intermediate and advanced skill level on the bank track, followed by PJRD travel team, the She-Devils, taking on the New York Bad Apples on the bank track by RDCL rules. Barbecue hosted at the warehouse during and after the event. Come for the good times, good food, and good derby.
Apparently, we're going to have a power jam start with Shredder Mercury on the line for Portland. Betty Ann Switch is in the box.
All right, so discussed with the alt-ref as to the official review situation. Hooligans decided to use the official review as a timeout, and Shreddy Mercury gets lead jammer. Bridgetown also wanted an official review, trying to get a track cut call on Betty Switch. That was actually gained, and they won their review, which is why Shreddy Mercury just got 5 points on his continuing power start.
We have Yosemite Slam and Betty Ann Switch getting out of the box. Betty Ann Switch through for her initial pass.
The crowd is very happy that Betty Switch made her way through. And Shreddy sees Betty and calls it. Shreddy versus Betty. A love story for the ages.
Next up, coming up on the line, we got Uncle Dad for the Philadelphia Hooligans and Don Juan to Devastate for Portland. That's my uncle.
Uncle Dad taking that outside line, not ever stepping outside, getting lead jammer.
And that Philadelphia Hooligan wall making it hard for Don Juan the Devastator to get through.
Uncle Dad picking up his points and calling it. 3 on that particular jam. Next up on the line, we got Munster and Beast. Both teams at full strength out on the track.
And Beast making it
Beast
through.
making it out and
He
getting
is your
lead jammer. Defensive destroyer trying to take him out. Not so successful. Munster playing some defense. Doesn't stop Beast. And Munster gets called on a cutting penalty. And Bridgetown calls a timeout.
Philadelphia crowd here at Satan's Hellhole is live. We got number 0, John Grasso, lining up a line for the Philadelphia Hooligans with the power jam start.
And we're back out of our timeout. Beast trying to get up, having some difficulty there, jumping back out of the way.
And Munster gets out of the box for Portland, hits that Philadelphia wall. Munster makes it out of the pack. He is your lead jammer.
Defensive destroyer being called on an elbows call.
Tree getting sent to the box on a track cut. It is now a power jam for Portland.
Munster being called on a forearm call.
That means Tree will be released from the box.
Speed Tree now on the power jam.
Speed Tree apparently wanted to go take a bathroom break.
All right, that looks like it was an 8-0 jam for Bridgetown. Currently sitting at 89 for Bridgetown, 48 for the Hooligans. Just 1 minute left in the period clock. Looks like we'll have about one more jam. Got Uncle Dad out to the front and getting lead jammer.
T.I. still trying his best to hold Shredder Mercury back. He knocks him out into the inside, brings him back. Shredder Mercury makes it through for his initial pass. Uncle Dad working hard to get through that Portland pack. Calls it off.
Picking up all 4 of his points. And that's the half.
At the half, we got Portland leading in the Hooligans 89-52.
Philadelphia Hooligans would like to thank the officials for this particular game. Head ref Professor Murder, front inside Mistrial, jam refs Scissors and Punk U, OPRs Push Up Zebra, Trickster, and Whistle Blokey, and our alt ref Horsman, who's been helping us over here in the booth. Our NSOs are Northern Discomfort, Down in Jersey, Goldie Gloves, Frau Blucher, Smash Ketchum, Ruby Bruise Day, Ginger Shred, Beer Kitty Kitty, Droog, Jones, and Toxic Narcotic. We'd also like to thank our medical staff, Danny and Archer, for helping keep us safe out there. And all of our security and other volunteers that are helping us put this particular event on. We'll be back in 5.
Check, check, check. 1, 2. Rhea Copa, peanut butter. Peanut butter. Is this still muddled? Can you hear me? Is that better? Or. And Bears here. Well, somebody said that my mic was muddled. Blinded by the light. Looks like we're coming back from the halftime.
Philadelphia Hooligans would like to thank their sponsors, HBM Marketing Communications. Proficiency in working with today's evolving dynamic media and a synergistic understanding of business-to-business, consumer, and healthcare marketing are just the starting points of what HB&M has to offer their clients. Visit their website at hbmadv.com. Located at 520 South Front Street in Philadelphia, 19147. Also like to thank Gino's Steaks. Try their steak Milano, cheesesteak with fried tomatoes and oregano. Open 24/7 in Philadelphia, 1219 South 9th Street.
Got 1 minute till the start of the second half. Bridgetown is leading Philadelphia 89-52. Looks like up at the line we got Beast going up against Shreddy Mercury.
Fifteen seconds. Jensen holding off Beast, taking him to the outside. Speed Tree out on a multiplayer block. Shreddy Mercury getting out, but not getting lead jammer.
Beast still working on that back Portland wall to get through for his initial pass. T-Ice bringing Shreddy Mercury all the way back.
Correction, Shreddy Mercury did get lead jammer.
Shreddy Mercury makes it through for 5 points.
Shreddy picking up another 3 points and calling the jam. (8-0) jam for Bridgetown. Next up, we got Don Juan and Uncle Dad.
And Don Juan DeMarco makes it through. He is your lead jammer. Uncle Dad makes it through the pack for his initial pass. Benito being sent to the box. Looks like the Hooligans pick up 2 points. Bridgetown 3. We got General Sofine going up against Munster for Portland. Munster making his way through that Philadelphia wall, working very hard. Philly's not letting him through. General Sofine being brought back by number 17, Austin.
Jensen getting General Sofine to the outside and knocking them back. Defensive Destroyer also knocking Sofine out. Munster skirting that outside line, picking up 5 points.
General Sofine makes it through for his initial pass. And Munster calls off the jam, picking up 14 points to Philadelphia's 0.
Currently sitting at 114 for Bridgetown, 54 for the Hooligans. We got Grasso up on the line with Freak Style.
John Grasso just got done playing in the Men's World Cup for Team Italy.
Grasso being held up. Freakstyle getting lead jammer.
John Grasso hot on his heels.
Freakstyle picking up 2 and calling it.
Next up on the line, we got Who's Your Uncle, Who's Your Dad? It is Uncle Dad going up against Freddie Mercury. Looks like Hooligans are short 1 blocker.
And Uncle Dad gets lead jammer.
Shredder Mercury makes it out. He's hot on Uncle Dad's heel. Hooligans are now full strength with their blocker lineup. Uncle Dad calls it off, getting 3 points to 0.
Next up on the line, Don Juan and Beast. Fist bump amongst pals. Don Juan just forcing his way on that outside line, getting a lead jammer.
Beast getting knocked out by Jukebox Hero, being brought back.
Speed tree being called out on a clockwise block call.
Beast makes it through for his initial pass. Call gets.
Don Juan picking up his points and calling it. And it was a 5-point pass for Don Juan.
And the Philadelphia stands helping with the assistant coaching. We got General SoFi against Munster. Munster makes it through. He is your lead jammer.
Jensen getting General SoFi to get knocked to the outside. Coming back around.
Munster getting held back by that three-wall of T-Ice, Jason Wingo, and Benito. Speedtree trying to give the O to General SoFi. Munster mixing it up with T-Ice in the front.
T-Ice doing a great job at keeping Munster back. But Munster gets out for 5 points.
Speedtree gets the star pass. I take that back. Speedtree, there wasn't an attempted star pass. He drops the star. General SoFi gets the star back on his head. Speedtree sent to the box. Jason Wingle being sent to the box as well. General SoFi makes it through the pack in his initial pass.
Munster throwing some finger guns into the air, getting knocked to the outside, picking up his 4 points and calling it. And an official review is called by Bridgetown. While we're in a stoppage of gameplay, Penn Jersey would like to thank Great Lodge Pub. Great beer, great food, and great people in the great Northeast. Located 6235 Frankfort Avenue in Philadelphia. PJRD Hooligans would also like to thank 808 Roller Skate. 808 Roller Skate is an independent skate shop owned and operated by Hijinks. 808 Roller Skate has been in business since 2010, serving local and national skaters in person and via their website at www.808rollerskate.com. A reminder to those in the venue, if you would like snacks or merch, both of those things are over here by the announcer booth. At the concession stand, you can find chips, snacks, candy, soda, and water, and ice cream. And at the merch booth, you can get Penn Jersey Roller Derby gear, ranging from stickers to sunglasses and T-shirts. Hooligans and She Devils merchandise is now available. Deliberation is occurring. Deliberation has concluded.
Looks like we have Freakstyle line up the line with a power jam for Portland. The Hooligans are down 2 blockers and a jammer. General SoFi in the box. Freakstyle on the power start. Coming right up against that tough Hooligan wall. Makes it through. He is your lead jammer.
Information about that official review. Bridgetown was requesting that General SoFi should get the star pass violation. The star pass violation was assessed to General SoFi, starting with Freakstyle's power start. Freakstyle getting through, picking up his 5 points, and coming back around.
T-Ice was sent to the box. leaving the Hooligan wall down to 3 blockers.
Speedtree with a great hit to Freakstyle, knocking him to the outside. But Freakstyle makes his way through for another 5 points.
General Sofine gets released from the box. He is hitting that pack for his initial pass. Portland's doing their best job to keep him back there. Freestyle makes it through again for another 5 points for Portland. General Sofine being sent to the box again for a cut track.
And Freakstyle clears the board for a power start for their next jammer, picking up 4 points in the process. It's an 18-point jam. Timeout called by Hooligans.
And we return from the Hooligan timeout. We got Shreddy Mercury lining up with the power start for Portland. Both teams on a full blocker.
Having the unique pivot start. Shreddy Mercury picking up lead jammer. Ramram with a great hit to the inside there. General Sofine shrugging off some action on the outside. But Shreddy comes from the outside as well, getting 5 points for Bridgetown.
General Sofine still working to get through that Portland pack. Speedtree comes in for the assist. That Portland wall is making life very hard for General Sofine.
Shreddy Mercury just waiting out the bridge to the back there to get back into the jam. Just taking his time. Having a leisurely Sunday stroll. No pack allowed General Sofine to get out of his initial.
General Sofine makes it through for his initial pass.
Valiant effort by T-Ice to get that jump to not be successful, but wasn't fully successful. And Shreddy picked up 4 points in that last jam.
Next we got lining up We got Uncle Dad going up against Munster.
About 16 and a half minutes left in the period.
Munster makes it through. He is your lead jammer.
Cosmo Damage getting a direction of gameplay penalty.
Uncle Dad makes it through for his initial pass.
And Munster being called off on a high block, meaning that
Uncle Dad on the power jam.
Power jam Hooligans.
Uncle Dad with a quick feet make it through that Bridgetown pack. That is 5 points for the Hooligans, picked up by Uncle Dad. Uncle Dad threw again. He picks up 5 points for the Hooligans.
Munster getting called on a cut track, meaning that Uncle Dad gets another power jam.
Uncle Dad picks up another 5 points for the Hooligans. He is on another power jam.
Picking up another 5. Grabbing 3 more points, or 2 more points.
That's Uncle Dad picking up 27 points on that jam. 27 points for the Hooligans picked up by Uncle Dad.
An official review has been called by Bridgetown.
Bridgetown was able to squeak out 3 points.
So far, this is the biggest jam that the Hooligans have had in this game. A 24-point differential.
This Philly crowd is wild. And we have Beast lining up for the power start for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
Some information about that official review. Bridgetown wanted the cutting call retracted as they believed that it was a no pass, no penalty. After deliberation, the call stands. And Beast makes it out for lead jammer.
Philly is down 1 blocker. Beast makes it through for a 5-point pass. I retract that. He makes it through for a 4-point pass.
Beast takes that inside line, skirts the outside, picks up 5 points.
Munster still trying to get through that Philadelphia wall.
Some calls for beast mode from the crowd. And Beast calls it. Picking up 2 more points for that jam. (11-0) for that jam for the Hooligans. Score now sits at 165, Bridgetown 95 Hooligans. Looks like it's Grosso on the line with Don Juan.
Don Juan to devastate, makes it through for his lead jammer. John Grosso, hot on his heels. Johnny Grosso gets called for a forearm call being sent to the back. Don Juan to devastate has a power jam. Don Juan Devskate hits that Philadelphia wall. He is a hard-pushing jammer. Don Juan the Devastate gets through for a 5-point pass. John Grosso's out of the box.
Jig Block's hero getting a multiplayer block call.
Johnny Grosso getting knocked out to the inside, being brought back. Same with Don Juan the Devastate.
Cosmo Damage going out on a multiplayer. Scott Free going out on a forearm, meaning we got a 4-1 pack for your Hooligans. And Don Juan calls it.
Looks like we got Uncle Dad lining up against Shreddy Mercury.
There's an official review by Hooligans.
Looks like there's a lot of feelings in the Skating's hellhole tonight.
Some people need to put those feelings in a bag.
Feelings in the bag. Special. Put the feelings in the bag.
All right. And with our lovely alt-ref horseman coming up to the booth, I will find out what's going on with the review.
Looks like we're about ready to head back to action. We got Uncle Dad against Shreddy Mercury. Portland is down 3 blockers at this moment.
For information on the official review, they wanted to see what the
and
score
Uncle Dad picks up your lead jammer status.
They wanted to see what the why the score hadn't changed. But Hooligans jammer was on their initial, so the no call stands.
Got T-Ice being sent to the box. Uncle Dad calls off the jam. He gets 4 points. Portland squeaks out 2.
Score now standing 175, Bridgetown 99 Hooligans.
This is a heck of a hard-hitting game, Rhea.
Definitely is.
Next up, we got Beast going up against Don Juan, the Devastator.
And an official timeout is called. Looks like the officials are doing some bookkeeping. Looks like Bridgetown's 103 was assessed a penalty and needed to report to the box. Looks like it's Beast and Don Juan up on the line.
And Beast makes it through. He is your lead jammer, Philadelphia line. Don Juan makes it through for his initial pass. And Beast calls it off, picking up 4 points for the Philadelphia Hooligans. This crowd is electric right now.
Which means the Hooligans have hit the century mark.
The Hooligans cheering section is notorious in the MRDA scene.
Looks like we have Uncle Dad and Freakstyle up on the line. Fist bump for pals before the jam starts.
And Freakstyle makes it through. He is your lead jammer. Zombicide Maniac getting sent to the box. Freakstyle makes it through for 5 points.
Nurse Ratchet gets called on a forearm call. And Freakstyle goes out on a high block, meaning this is Uncle Dad's power jam.
Uncle Dad makes it through his initial pass. with the Star Stash. He is on a power gem right now.
T-Ice getting the star pass. Cosmo Damage getting the ping out for
T-Ice makes it through. He picks up 5 points for the Philadelphia Hooligans.
Freestyle picking up 4 on his last pass. 9-5 jam for Portland.
We got Beast lining up against Shreddy Mercury.
And the jam starts. Shreddy Mercury gets lead jammer.
Shreddy Mercury picks up your lead jammer. Beast getting called for a track cut, being sent to the box. Shreddy Mercury is now on a power jam. Shreddy Mercury calls it off.
Shreddy Mercury getting bopped on an inside jump, picking up his 4 points and calling it. 4-0 jam, Portland.
Looks like we got Don Juan to Devastate going to start with a power start.
Just a little over 5 minutes left in this period, and indeed this game. Some pivot start shenanigans. Speedtree going out on a cutting penalty. Don Juan taking the inside line with a spin jump on the straightaway. Wengo getting the hit on Don Juan to the outside.
Beast makes it out of the box. He gets through for his initial pass. Speedtree right hot on the heels of Don Juan, takes him out. Don Juan to Devastate, calls off the jam. Don Juan picks up 1 more point, making that a 6-0 jam in favor of Bridgetown. We got John Grasso going up against Freakstyle in this jam. Correction, that's John Grasso against El Dorado. Austin being sent to the box for Portland.
El Dorado finally making his way through the pass. Getting lead jammer.
John Grasso makes it out for his initial pass, hot on the heels of El Dorado. El Dorado picking up 1 point on that pass for Bridgetown. making the score 195 Bridgetown, 108 Hooligans.
Shreddy Mercury and Uncle Dad on the line.
Uncle Dad being sent to the box and a track cut.
Shreddy Mercury getting lead jammer.
Jukebox Hero getting sent in the box on a legal procedure penalty. Uncle Dad being released from the box, hitting that back wall, Bridgetown.
Shreddy Mercury taking his time, as one is wont to do.
Uncle Dad being sent to the box, and a track cut violation.
Bridgetown now hitting the 2-century mark.
Benito takes a hard hit, gets right back up. That is the end of the jam. Bridgetown picks up 10 points. Hooligans 0. We got Freak Style starting up.
And that's the end of period 2. Unofficial score, 205 Bridgetown, 108 Hooligans.
That was a great hard-hitting game by both teams. The official final is 205 Bridgetown to 108 Hooligans. Bridgetown picking up the win.
Philadelphia Hooligans want to thank the EMTs, refs, NSOs, volunteers, visiting team, coaches, and sponsors for this event. Reminder, PJRD's Derby Q happens Sunday, September 4th. Bank track scrimmages, an intermediate and advanced skill level, and a barbecue at the warehouse.
Bridgetown just getting done with their victory lap.
They're doing it.
And the Philadelphia crowd setting up the bridge for your Philadelphia Hooligans making their pass.
In a couple minutes, we will announce the most valuable players for this game. Ranked 7 Bridgetown Menace winning against the Philadelphia Hooligans, ranked 16, 205 to 108.